So you want a top-of-the-line 4K streamer? Well, I got the Roku Ultra, and I'm checking it out right after this.
This is, you listening to Travis.
What up, players? Welcome back. And for all you new people, welcome. My name's Travis and I do tech videos every single week and I have a blast doing them. So if that sounds fun to you, hit that subscribe button. But for now, let's get into the video. So I don't know about you guys, but I've been considering cutting the cord. It's a scary proposition for me because I've been such a TV fan, and having a DVR and being able to watch whatever I want, whenever I want to, is pretty compelling. However, I noticed recently that I actually don't watch all the stuff I used to watch, and a lot of stuff that I do watch is online. So maybe I just need to cut the cord and do something different. It doesn't look like I'm actually gonna miss out on anything, and to be honest, it's a lot less expensive. So one of the best options is the Roku line of streamers. And I've taken out the best of the best, the Roku Ultra. I think it's time to get this thing out of the box. So here it is, your Roku Ultra. I've actually had Rokus before. It's been a while since I've had one, but this was on sale for a little bit over 70 bucks and I wanted to check it out. Reviewed very well. Power cord there, HDMI, micro SD card, which is interesting, and Ethernet. Really nothing else around the front or the sides. There's a USB on the side and a little tag, a little Roku tag for some ungodly known reason. And the controller. Now this thing is heralded as one of the best controllers out there. And I can kind of see why. It just feels awesome. It's got a power button, a back button, a home button, all the normal stuff. And of course it's got the quick buttons for like Sling TV, Netflix, Hulu, your play, your pause, your A/B if you want to play games and such. Interestingly, it also has a voice button. Now, Roku is one of the first streamers to actually use voice in a real meaningful way. So they've added a button, but it's really interesting how small it is. So I wonder if that means that they feel kind of threatened by Apple Siri or even Amazon's Alexa. But the reason I got this thing is because A, it supports 4K, B, it supports HDR, which is incredibly important to me, and C, the amount of video apps is out of this world. Like, you're not gonna find anything that this thing doesn't support. Roku is like on the top of the list of any video provider making sure that they have an app for this thing. Now, one of the first things you'll notice about this thing is the interface. The interface is great. They've made changes over the years, but to be honest, it just works. It's very simple. You can use voice, which is great, and it's just one of those things that even your grandparents probably would be able to figure out how to work this thing. Of course, the number one thing, like I said before, is app support. Look at all the TV apps. I mean, just look at the TV, look. Is that ridiculous? While you can use an app to control Roku, most people prefer the actual remote. It's got volume up and down the side. Everything just feels like it's in the right place. And it's got a headphone jack. This is the coolest thing ever. If you're streaming something and people don't want to be bothered, just plug your headphones in and you can listen right from the remote. Another thing that Roku does really well is if you're looking for 4K content, you want to be able to find it. Well, Roku puts it right in your face, which I love because sometimes I don't want to look at 1080p content because I'm feeling pretty snobby. Now, to be clear, while this thing does support HDR, it does not support Dolby Vision, which is a bummer. And as I talked about in the Apple TV review, which you can check out up here, that's kind of important for people who have televisions that can support it, like my LG in the back. But if you don't have Dolby Vision support, it's kind of a moot point. HDR looks pretty darn good. So even if you don't have a Dolby Vision television and don't have the support for it, HDR is pretty amazing. And while Roku is a hardware manufacturer first, they realize companies like Apple and Amazon are not only hardware manufacturers, but content manufacturers. And Roku kind of got in on the game. They offer a channel now with a bunch of free content. This is a new thing for them, And it makes sense. You need to tie exclusive content to your hardware nowadays because there's so much hardware out there. And Roku's kind of right in the middle. Apple's high end as far as money, Roku's in the middle, and kind of, they even have like a lower end, and then Amazon somewhere in the middle low end. So they have to differentiate themselves, and this is a good way to do it. So what do I think? Should you buy it? Well, let me tell you something. It's hard to go wrong with a Roku device. They're super simple to use. They have all the apps, and it looks great. The only thing is, if you have Dolby Vision and you need it and you want it, this isn't gonna work for you. Although really, if you have a TV with Dolby Vision, you probably have an app built into your television that already works, so why would you use this anyway? But for another 4K television, maybe even an old TV that doesn't support apps within the TV, this is a great option. And if you cut the cord, perfect. That way you're covered completely. It has volume control, it really has everything you need. So for cord cutting measures, I think it's absolutely perfect, and you should absolutely pick one up. Check out the description below. You can have a link to go ahead and buy one right now. If this video helped you out in any way, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and share it to all your friends. And if it didn't help you out, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and share it to all your friends. I'm here every single week having a blast doing these videos, so I hope to see you again real soon. Peace and love, peace and love.